What's up, guys? This is Tough Gator Anime with ShrizzelzGaming right here, and thank you, Shrizzle, for coming in to the video once again. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man. Glad to be here.
It's gonna be a great talk. Gonna be a great talk. Now we're gonna talk about the season finale. We actually been I didn't really want to do a big review until now. We got our thoughts in and process and digest what happened. I'm still having digesting problems from digesting this episode. It was so foul. It was so terrible. And what do you think about it?
Yeah, honestly, it was degrading for the series. No, not for the series. The series was fine. It was degrading for the finale, in my opinion. I think it was. I really think it was. I know you were talking about some plot holes and some dimension problems. Do you care about talking about that?
Yeah, I love. Yeah, we're going the dimension problem. We're going to talk about when Jack went back to the past in the marriage thing and all that. His parents are supposed to be old. When the first episode of season 1, episode 1, his parents were old. They were slaves. They were about to die. Somehow, when they got back to the past, everybody looked like they were in their prime or something. That is just not right. Something that was like a big plot hole. Like, how the hell they get back to being their new self? Not new self, but kind of like back to their prime. I'm like, how the heck they age right back to 20 years ago? Crazy things. And another thing is, I mean, how did she knows about the timeline? What timeline? What happened? That is just a lot of questions about that. I mean, that's just ridiculous, Drizzles. Tell me what you think.
Yeah. I don't think that was like there was. It was obviously more than that. There was obviously there's probably about 5 or 6 things you can pick out. I don't really have them written down, but I'm sure you can find out more about that and stuff if you really look deep. But one thing I was thinking about is, the theories that they have a daughter in the future.
Yeah, I'm like, they said that on episode 6. He's like a little mutant, little black little child or something like that. He's like very dark. He knows where Samurai Jack is when he was attempting suicide. Now, I guess that's their daughter in the future. I read a theory about it. In between time, they had a daughter or something.
Here's what I want to know: is if it's their daughter in the future, but they wipe out Haku in the past and make her not exist. What happens to the daughter?
Yeah, it wouldn't exist, I guess. I mean, they fucked up so many dimensions.
If they wouldn't exist, then how would she be there to start with?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
They freaked up so many dimensions in one episode. It's not even funny. I'm very disappointed in Genji. It's not all his fault. It should be an hour blockbuster, but you can blame the network, I guess, for their time constraints and stuff. It was all... This episode, to be honest, was all over the place. I cannot explain what the heck is going on. It was like... The marriage thing, it was so fast. I do not have a problem with the marriage thing, but at least have a moment with their father. He loves his father. I'd rather listen to him, talking to his father, than having all these trainers, people throughout the years before he faced Aku for the first time. I can do without that. They can be in the background of the wedding, but I want him to talk to his father and Ashi talk to them. That'd be more interesting than letting their trainers throughout the years show up out of nowhere. I mean, that was no really place for that.
Also, when Ashi died, she didn't really have any good final words, in my opinion.
No, she did
I mean,
not.
really, she said, I wouldn't exist. I mean, well, not exactly, but pretty much all she said was, I wouldn't exist, and faded away.
Yeah.
Didn't even give them, I love you, or there's still hope, or something like that.
And the gods were so lazy. I mean, the gods are assholes.
No,
Just like Mike Gazelle said in his videos, and Midas Gazelle is an awesome guy, and check him out, but he said it just right about the gods. The gods are assholes. Jack cannot have just one piece, one good moment in his life to have Ashi and restore her without Aku in there, in her body. He can even have one piece, not one piece of happiness, and that's really a shame. And that's very disappointing, and I hate it. And the Aku and Samurai Jack, they usually have a good lecture between each other. At 30-second fight, that was just really terrible. There were so many things wrong with this episode.
Yeah, definitely. I don't feel like... I feel like the fight was really hyped up, but when you really look at it, not much happened. Not much happened whatsoever when it came to Haku and Jack in their actual fight. Not a whole lot happened. I mean, it was mainly just showing everybody else coming, and like what, and they had no effect. And what really made me mad was whenever all of them came to help, and they thought they were gonna have them, but then Haku did that one attack where like they all went up into the sky and dropped down and killed everybody.
Yeah, and why? I mean, they all died. I mean, it was so terrible. What made me mad? The Woolies. They hurt the Woolies. Poor Woolies. They hurt the Woolies. They had one of the Aku soldier things have him above his head, about to throw him in the pit, and that was terrible. That was really terrible. I hated it. I tell you this: the one good point is the Scotsman is the MVP. The Scotsman is the MVP of the whole damn finale.
The goat.
Yeah, he is the MVP GOAT OG. Especially with the bagpipes and his daughters. The Spartans, the Scotsmen coming, the archers, everybody that helped Jack, that was the best moment in the freaking episode. After the commercial break, it was so bad. It turned south. What do you think?
I think so. And
it was that bad, and I can't believe why they didn't set up for that. It was so rushed. It was cheap. That's right. Don't get me wrong. I love the series Samurai Jack, but they had a great season 5. I'll give it a 10 out of 10. But at the season finale, it was just terrible. I give it a 5 rating. That was just really cheap, really terrible. The only thing I would not give them a 0 because everybody came and helped Samurai Jack. That was a big push for not giving it a 0. But my God, I'm very disappointed in this episode. How about you?
Yeah, definitely. On the season, a 9 out of 10. On the episode, 3 out of 10.
Yeah.
You know, if it wasn't for seeing everybody else, you know, the Spartans and everything, I don't think I would have even given it but 1 out of 10. Because that ending really just soiled it for me. It really did.
It did, and especially the wedding part. It really pissed me off when. Why did she conveniently die right in the middle of the wedding? If you're gonna kill Ashi, it would have been episode 3 with her sisters of Aku, or episode 9, or episode 10 would be fine too. But it would have been right after Aku died. She would have died, and they would stay in the future, and the gods would, make her appear again without Aku in her body, and it was all disastrous. And when they got back to the past, and when Aku threw them back in the future, and they came back. It's like a loophole. It's gonna keep on continuing. It's like so. It's a time paradox. It was that bad, Shrizzles.
You know, and since I really doubt. I hope, but I really doubt that they're gonna have another season. You know,
They better. I want somebody to come up with a season 6 between season 4 and 5 and see what really happened between the 50 years. That'd be so cool. Or a spinoff, like the Scotsman spinoff. That'd be so cool. Well, thank you, Shrizzles, and I think that we tapped on everything we wanted to talk about. Thank you, Shrizzles, for coming on the video.
no problem.
Thank y'all. Y'all, put y'all comments on the comments box and tell me what y'all really think about this finale. Discuss. I want to hear y'all opinions on this. All opinions are accepted, but I will have ShrizzelzGaming a link in the description, and y'all have a nice day now. Peace.